Hey guys, welcome back to High Yield Intraday Trading. I hope every one of you is doing good. So before we start discussing today's topic, let me request you all to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button here. Once you click on it, you will get the confirmation on the left bottom corner. Post you subscribe to my channel, also make sure to press the bell icon and click on all. You will get the confirmation on the left bottom corner so that whenever I upload a video, you get the notification about the same without any misses. Also, I would request you all to subscribe to my Telegram channel with the name HYIT Intraday Calls because I share a lot of things over there and it might be helpful to you in some way or the other. All right. So this video is specifically for the traders who depend solely on the usage of indicators and oscillators to make their trading decisions. So if you are a trader who doesn't depend on indicators and oscillators for making the trading decisions, I'm sorry to say, but this video is not for you. And I am mentioning this right at the beginning of the video so that you don't waste your time and you can make use of your time in something more productive. Maybe you can invent something new related to price action trading. Yep. So, having that said, I believe that this video would be more helpful to specifically to the intraday traders. So, in day trading, the most basic thing with which a trader struggles in the initial days is to decide which all indicators and oscillators should he or she be using on the charts. I mean, there are numerous technicals available in the stock market, but not all of them work as expected. And also, we need to have a limit on the usage of the indicators and oscillators on the charts, or else the chart itself will look really messy and it will become more confusing to read the chart while we are trading. So please remember that you need to always select the superfine technicals that work as expected, and the simpler and cleaner you keep the chart, the more is the probability of winning the trade. Okay, so let me get back to the topic here. So in this video, I'm going to discuss about a technical which is basically an oscillator that has been introduced by TradingView. Those who are not aware about TradingView, let me just mention it real quick that it is a trading platform which is US based, and I use it and I use TradingView 100% of the time to make all my technical decisions. Okay, all my technical analysis that I do, that is 100% on this particular platform called as TradingView. And for all the other details related to TradingView, would request you all to take the help of Google or YouTube, and you will get thousands of information that can be related to TradingView. Okay, so the oscillator that I'm talking about is called as technical ratings. Okay, and the language using which this has been developed is Pine scripting, because that's the programming language that is being used by TradingView. Okay, now coming to the oscillator thing, what TradingView has done here is that it has merged numerous number of indicators and oscillators with their respective values that are proved to be stronger. Like for example, if we talk about EMAs, okay, the exponential moving averages, then EMA 200 is the strongest number in that category. Likewise, we also have EMA 100, we have EMA 50, EMA 20, and so on and so forth. Similarly, we have these kind of numbers for the other indicators and oscillators as well. So TradingView has taken the strongest of them, and the output that is being shown on the chart as an oscillator is the outcome of the average of those numbers. So the baseline is, instead of using n number of indicators and oscillators, we can fall back to just one thing, that is nothing but the mix of all those indicators and oscillators. Again, if you are a guy who is good in Pine scripting, you can very well go ahead and change those technicals according to your necessity as well. Okay, Pine scripting gives you that flexibility to go ahead and amend things in the script. Okay, so let me first go ahead and take you to the chart and explain the technical rating oscillator first in details, and then we will take it forward. Okay, so let's get onto this chart here. And let me cover the very basics first. Okay, so this is the TradingView platform. Let me show you the way by which you can go ahead and plot the technical ratings oscillator. Okay, this thing that you see here, the histogram things with some green histograms with some red histograms, this is nothing but the technical ratings oscillator. Okay, so you need to click on indicators, and you have to just type in technical ratings, and you click on this, and the technical ratings oscillator will get uh, just a moment, guys. I'm getting some ping here. 2 minutes, please. Just a moment. I'm so sorry about it. Okay, so yeah, so you have to click on technical ratings, and that is how it will get plotted on the chart here. Okay, now if I take you to the settings here, okay, you can see inputs and style. Okay, these are the two tabs that we have here. If you go to inputs, you don't have to change anything at all. The changes that I have made are with the colors. So I have changed. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Indicator time frame will be same as script. Rating is based on, you have to click on all. Okay, if you click on the drop down, you have the moving averages and the oscillators. Okay, now if you select only MAs, okay, have a look what happens when I click on MAs. Okay, have a look on the technical ratings here. Okay, I click on MAs, and it completely got changed. Similarly, if I click on oscillators, again it completely got changed. Okay, so I have done all these homework first before I made this video. So if we select MAs and oscillators, it is of no use, because the output that we will get will be related only to the moving averages if you select MAs, and the output will be related to only the oscillators, not the indicators, if you select oscillators. Okay, so that is something which we don't want. Okay, what we want is the output that comes out with the combination of indicators and oscillators. So for that, you need to click on all. And this is how it looks like. Okay. Now, coming on to the colors. Now, when it is green, okay, that tells you that you can go long. When it is red, it tells you that you can go short. And the pink color is the no trade zone. Okay, for example, here, these two histograms that you see, those are pink in color. Okay, I have made it pink. If you want, you can make it yellow, you can make it white, you can do anything you want. Okay, but as of now on the charts, what you see right now is the pink color tells you that it is a no trade zone. Okay, I hope that is clear. I hope you're clear on the first tab, that is inputs. Now getting on to the style. Okay, again here, no changes at all, just let it be. Okay, I have, the only change which I have done is I have unchecked labels. Okay, if you click on labels, you will see some output here. Okay, now again, what what it is writing here is that according to the MAs, that is the moving averages, we have a buy signal. According to the oscillators, we have a sell signal. And if you mix all the indicators and oscillators, we have a buy signal. Now, to be frank, I don't need this because that confuses me more. Okay, because the first option is telling me to buy, the second option is telling me to sell, and the third option again is telling me to buy. So it doesn't make any sense. So I just turned it off. Okay, uncheck the labels checkbox and it will go away. Okay, so under the styles tab, we don't have to do anything at all. Just keep all the things as they are. Okay, now coming to these numbers, okay, 1, 0.5, -1, and -0.5. To be frank, I didn't get much time to go ahead and have a look on the Pine script as to what exactly these numbers do. Okay, but what I have done is I have made the observation as to what exactly is being happening on the chart, which I'm going to explain it a little bit further. Okay, after some time, I'm gonna discuss it as to what exactly this zero point 0.5 mark is all about. Okay, so uh, yeah, so this is what we need to have a check on the settings. Okay, inputs tab and the style tab. I hope you're clear. Okay, so once this is done, this is how your technical ratings indicator, sorry, oscillator will look like. Okay, now let's get on to the trade. Okay, let's take today's example. Okay, 10th of June 2021. On the right hand side, you have all the scripts which are highly volatile. So this is my list which I follow every now and then. Okay, so as you can see here, I have named it as volatile stocks. Okay, it's because these stocks that you see here, these scripts that you see here, most of the time they are volatile. Okay, so uh, let's get on one after the other, and we will discuss around 4 to 5 scripts, and I will explain what needs to be done and how the technical ratings indicator needs to be traded. Okay, now if you go for eyeball different here. Okay, the day started here. Okay, that as you all know, if you have got a green histogram that tells you to buy, okay, you can buy. But does it mean that whenever you get a green histogram, you are ready, you should be ready to buy, you can initiate a buy position? No, that is not how you trade. You need to wait for a green histogram that crosses that zero point 0.5 line. You see this dotted green line, this is plus 0.50, and you see this red dotted line, that is minus 0.50 mark. Okay, now since we have got a green, okay, let's discuss about the trend first. Even before you look at the histograms, you need to be sure in which way the particular stock is trending. Okay, now that is something which I will leave it to you, because that is something which I follow specifically, which I cannot discuss here. Okay, but I'm sure there are 100 ways of knowing in which direction a stock is trending. That is not too tough. But again, that is the number, that is step number one that you need to do before you even start using the technical ratings oscillator. Okay, so first thing, you need to find out in which way the stock is moving. Either it is either it is an uptrend or it is a downtrend. Okay, now once you identify that, okay, let's say for example, eyeball fin. Okay, the first candle of the day, that is the 9:15 candle, this is the 15 minutes time frame that I'm following. As you can see on the left top corner here, eyeball fin 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so the first candle of the day, that is 9:15 a.m. itself, told us that the buyers are trying to dominate. Okay, so if you follow a simple price action, where do you see a resistance? This is the resistance, right? Similarly, this is a resistance. So overall, you can take the high of the yesterday's, sorry, you can take yesterday's high as a resistance. Okay, so you need in order to trade it long, you need to wait for this resistance to be broken. Now again, this is a very basic thing that I'm mentioning here. Okay, just to let you know how to get a grasp of the direction of the stock. Okay, so once you get a hint of where the stock is moving, the second thing that you need to do is you need to find a histogram. It is moving up, so you need to find a green histogram. Okay, you need to find a green histogram which crosses the plus zero point 0.5 mark. So when you see this, when you see today's histograms, which histogram crosses the zero point 0.5 mark and closes above it? The first one is the 9:15 histogram, right? But 9:15 is the first candle of the day. You cannot decide anything with that. Okay, so always take the help of the second histogram which closes above the zero point 0.5 mark. Okay, and that would be the 10:15 candle. Okay, 10:15 histogram, I'm sorry. Okay, so you can see this clearly, right? So zero point 0.5 mark is here, and the 10:15 histogram has crossed that zero point 0.5 mark and closed above it. So that is the point, or that is the candle. 10:15 is the candle where you can initiate a long position. Okay, so if you would have initiated a long position, it went up. Okay, now what, based on what did you decide that? The first thing is the histogram closing above the zero point 0.5 mark. Second is the closure of the 10:15 candle is above yesterday's high. Okay, so that gives you the surety that okay, the resistance has been broken and it has all the swag to go up further. Okay, that is how you initiate a trade. Okay, let's move on to Bajaj Finance. Okay, here again, this is the first candle of the day. Okay, this is again the candle which is the no trade zone. Okay, and where did you get the candle which, sorry, where did you get the histogram which crosses the zero point 0.5 mark? This is the second one, right? This is the first one. 10:15 is fine. Any histogram that you get after 10 o'clock or 10:15 a.m. Indian Standard Time, you can consider that. But to be on the safer side, let's take the second histogram candle that crosses the zero point 0.5 mark and closes above it. So in this case, in case of Bajaj Finance, the 11:30 histogram is the one which crosses the zero point 0.5 mark and closes above it. So that is the candle where you go long. And as you can see, it went up again. Okay, now let's go a day earlier. Okay, that is yesterday. Okay, 9th of June 2021. It was a falling market, right? It was a falling market. So what happened here? You need to find the way we are trying to find a green candle that crosses the plus zero point 0.5 mark here. When the trend of the stock is falling, you need to find a red candle that crosses the minus zero point 0.5 mark here. Okay, so ninth, okay, it was a downtrend. And which is the second candle that sorry, which is the second histogram that closes below the minus zero point 0.5 mark? This one, right? 10:45 candle. The first one is the 10:30 histogram. The second histogram which breaches the minus zero point 0.5 mark is the 10:45 candle, right? So 10:45 is the candle in which you need to initiate the short position. Of course, not in the 10:45 candle once the 10:45 candle closes. So the next candle, the 11 o'clock candle, at any price you can initiate a short position. And as you can see, it fell further. Okay, let's moving on to the next one, that is DLF. Okay, we'll just discuss about 4 to 5 trades. Okay, we don't have time to discuss all the scripts here. So let's take the first 4 to 5 scripts for whatever is there in the list. Okay, so here in DLF, what happened? It was in the uptrend, okay, and we need to find the histogram that breaches the plus zero point 0.5 mark. Okay, so which is the candle? This is the candle, right? 2 o'clock candle. 2 o'clock candle is the one which has breached the plus zero point 0.5 mark. So you take a long entry at the 2:15 candle, and as you can see, it's spiked up. Okay, similarly, Bata India. Bata India again is an exception here. Okay, first of all, we have got a chance here, but let me explain it. If a particular stock is making such a huge move in the first two candles, do you really think that it has good chances of going up further? Well, if you ask me, if I get such a setup, I will not touch this script for the entire day. If you want, you can take a reverse trade, okay, but that would be more into gambling because the technicals are telling that this is in the top gainers, okay, and it is in a bullish run. But if you are initiating a short position, that means you are going against the trend, which is called as gambling. It would not be called as trading. Okay, it's a completely different thing that you will earn a good amount of money here, but again, you cannot sustain with that particular mentality. Okay, so when it comes to me, if I see such big moves happening in the first 2 to 3 candles, I don't even touch that particular script for the entire day. I will not trade that particular stock for the entire day. Okay, so that is point number one. Point number two is, according to our discussion, which are the histograms that has breached the plus zero point 0.5 mark? The 9:15 candle, and sorry, the 9:15 histogram and the 9:30 histogram. But again, as I said, if you are getting a histogram which is crossing the zero point 0.5 mark before 10 o'clock or 10:15, try avoiding those trades. Okay, you have to always make sure that you catch the histograms only after 10 o'clock in the morning or 10:15 in the morning. Okay, so which is the next histogram that actually breached the zero point 0.5 mark? we don't see any. There is no histogram that has actually breached the zero point 0.5 mark in the upward direction. So it is a no trade stock. Okay, we are not trading this particular stock. Okay, I hope you're clear. Now, this let's make it the last one. Okay, LIC HSG Fin. Again, they started here. Okay, uh, we got some red histograms. Okay, but the trend was in an uptrend. Even if we are getting some red histograms here, it should not bother us because none of the red histograms have breached the minus zero point 0.5 mark and has gone down. Okay, so no trades here. Okay, so this is the first histogram. Okay, that is the 1 o'clock 1 p.m. Indian Standard Time. That is the first histogram which has breached the zero point 0.5 mark and has closed above it. Okay, so 1 o'clock candle is the guy. Okay, so you wait for the 1 o'clock candle to close. You take an entry at any price in the 1:15 p.m. candle, and as you can see, it zoomed up. Okay, so I hope you're clear on what I'm seeing and what all observations I have made in regards to the technical ratings oscillator. Okay, so I hope you're clear on this. Now that we have discussed how to take up the trade and what all things needs to be looked at before you actually initiate your trade, let's have a look on the script. Okay, the Pine script using which this has been created. Okay, so you have to click on source code here, and this will open up the Pine script. Okay, now let me expand it. Okay, so this is the Pine script, guys. This is the code using which that particular oscillator has been prepared. Okay, now as you can see here, as I told you earlier, we have a hell lot of indicators and oscillators that has been involved here. Okay, first one is awesome oscillator. AO is awesome oscillator. Second one is stochastic RSI. Then we go a little bit down, we have the Donchain chain. Then we have Ichimoku cloud. You go down further, we have so many number of simple moving averages that are there. We have so many number of exponential moving averages that have been considered. Okay, if you go down further, we have the HULL, the whole moving average. Okay, we have the VWMA, we have the RSI. Okay, we have the stochastics, we have the CCI, we have everything. We have ADX. Okay, what all things are there? You can just have a look here. Okay, so it's filled up with indicators and oscillators. So the reason why I'm showing you the Pine script here is so that you can make the amendments accordingly. Okay, so if you are a guy who don't want to use the exponential moving average or a simple moving average, you can straight away go ahead and delete those things from here. Okay, now the output will differ for sure, but again you have to test it if that works fine or not, and if you feel that it is not working fine, re-add the SMAs and the EMAs again. Okay, to get back the older picture, to get back the older oscillator. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you uh, in the Pine scripting. Okay, it's a huge script that has been prepared by TradingView. Okay, and I am a bit impressed with that. Okay, now I have not gone to that level wherein I have amended or changed this script and tested it somehow, but whatever is there by default, I see it working a bit. Okay, but again, if you ask me, in person I have not included this into my strategy, the intraday strategy that I follow. Okay, I have not included that. This is just for you to know that TradingView has come out with a new oscillator which works fine as of now. Okay, so this is the way how we look at this particular oscillator, guys. This is the way how we go ahead and read this particular oscillator, and then we take up the trade. Okay, so let's get back to the presentation. Right. So I hope you're clear on the explanations that I have just given. Okay, but please make sure to backtest this properly because this is a very new addition, and in order to know if it works well or not, we need to backtest it in the live market and also in the offline market to see how good it performs. Okay, and as far as I'm concerned, I have been observing this oscillator on the charts since the last 4 to 5 days only, which is a very small time to take a decision. Okay, normally when I test something, it takes at least 2 months to reach a conclusion. But in this case, as I just said, I have observed this particular oscillator for just 4 to 5 days. Okay, so rest is up to you. And also, let me remind you here that when I mention an indicator or an oscillator, okay, I'm just trying to show you a way to use it in a proper manner. It does not mean that you have to include it in your setup. It is not mandatory at all. Okay, that's why I'm saying test it vigorously before you include it in your strategy, because you never know which thing clicks well for you. Okay, so it all depends how you test it out. All right, so that's all from my end, guys. And for the guys who have not watched my previous video, I have put in the video card on the top right corner of this video, the eye symbol that you see there. You can click on it and watch my previous video. And as always, would request you all to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also, please do not miss the ending of this video, as you might get some more information about HYIT that might be helpful to you in some way or the other. And please feel free to ask your questions or queries, if any, in the comment section, and I will surely reply back to them. And also, please do not forget to like this video if you liked it. So that's all from my end, and I will see you all later. Hope you all will stick back. Happy trading and take care of yourselves. Bye bye.